Hello lovely viewers, welcome to the world of Photoshop. In today's video we are going to create a simple advert flyer or an ad flyer. So I created an ad flyer of one fashion designer guy, Busy Designs. This is the flyer I created. Yes, and I wanted to make a short video of this. Okay, so in the next few minutes we are going to create this wonderful piece of art. Follow me to the world of Photoshop. Before we begin, I'd like for you to subscribe to this channel and also like the video and give out your comments as well. So I'll create a new file and under pixels width, I'll give the width 1748, that's 1748, and the height will be 2480. Okay, resolution will be 300, but since it's just for sake of tutorials, I'll leave it at 100. Okay, it should be a little bit higher. Okay, then I'll save it. Let me bring my work area forward a little. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is to create a rectangle. Okay, I'll create one rectangle. So I'll choose this tool and create a rectangle at the top here. Okay, now I'll try and bring it down a little bit with the move tool. Okay, and now I'll transform it, so Ctrl+T. Now afterwards I'll right click on it again and select warp. Are you following? Okay, so I'll move this inwards just a little bit. Inwards like this, and then I'll select the check mark again. Now I'm going to pull this downwards. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl+J. Okay, then I'll hit Ctrl+T again. So I'll come up here, these buttons here, the H here, we have 100%, so I'll put negative there. Okay, then I'll select my check mark. So whilst holding the shift key and with the move tool, I'll move it downwards perfectly like that. Now I'll transform this one inwards a little bit more, so Ctrl+T again, then I'll select warp. I'll make sure this one comes up a little bit, this one also comes out a little bit, and the curve goes inwards. Something like this is okay. Right now I'm going to change the color to the one we have in the design. Sorry, I forgot to pick out the color code, but don't worry, I think I can still manage with it. I'll use this. Okay, so this is the color code DA5C00. Okay, then the same for the bottom one. I'll pick the color from this one. Are you following? Now let's continue. Now I'll come back to the top shape again, then duplicate it once more. But after duplicating, I'll hit Ctrl+T. Okay, so that I'll come here, put my cursor beside it. When I see the rotate tool, then I'll rotate it to come out just a bit. Okay, but with that one, the color has to be white. Okay, then I'll move the layer beneath it. Don't worry, you will not see it because of these things unless we apply the pictures before you can see them. So now we will import in our first picture. Okay, for the work, so I'll come to File, Place. In the desktop, I have my resources here, and I'll select this one. Okay, so I'll click on check mark, then hit Ctrl+T once more to transform it out. So holding shift and the alt key, I pull it inwards this way. Okay, I pull it and click on the check mark. So I'll bring this to the left side. Okay, something like this. Then I'll go for the other picture too as well, this one. I'll click on the check mark and transform it a bit inwards this way. But we can see they have two sharp edge. Okay, and I don't like my work to have that sharp edge here, so I'll come to this picture and rasterize it and create a layer mask. Select the brush tool, make sure the black is at the top, your flow is 8%, opacity 100%. Then you clean off the edges, don't make it too sharp. Okay, I think this one looks too long. Let me try to scale it down a little bit. Okay, something like this is perfect. How do we see it? Now we can continue. We can introduce one final artwork. So we come to the top layer again. Okay, then we select the ellipse tool. Okay, after selecting, we want a perfect circle, but because we have a shape here, if you press the shift before drawing, it will add it to the shape. So we'll start drawing before we press the shift so that it won't combine it with the original shape below. Okay, then we'll select the move tool, move it up just a little bit, transform it down. Okay, something like this. Then I'll import my final picture. This one, this was actually a screenshot sent by the customer. Okay, so I will scale down this picture as well, something like this. Bring it on top of the circle and selecting it, I'll press and the Alt key and click. So I'll Alt click on the keyboard, make sure I position it well inside the circle. So something like this. This was the client's picture. The other pictures I had to download myself from Pinterest or Pinterest. So something like this. It's okay, right? So we can continue. I'll create a duplicate of the circle, and the one beneath it I will enlarge it just a bit. So something like this. Check mark and reduce the opacity of that to 50. Okay, so 50%. And the one at the top, I won't leave it just like that. I'll give it a white stroke, a very little white stroke. So I'll increase my white stroke. Let me make it inside, something like this, and we have it. So now we just have to fix in the names and stuff, such information like that. So the first name we are going to add is the Bizet design. So Bizet, I'll write Bizet, B-I-Z-Z-A-Y. Okay, the font I'm using a Antara distance. You can see from up here a Antara distance. I'll scale it up. Make sure it's little bold and clear. Let it go down a little bit. Okay, so Bizet. Now the designs. Okay, so I'll pick up my text tool again. The caps lock on. I type in designs. Okay, now I'm going to use poppins for the design so that it looks more bold. Okay, then I'll make it, let's say, bold. Let me see. Yeah, the bold is okay, but let me try to reduce the spacing within it a little bit, and the size too should be a little bit reduced. Okay, so scale it down. This is perfect, but you see they are all white and it's showing somewhere together. Okay, so I have to make a drop shadow effect on the bezier design so that it doesn't affect the work. I'll increase the opacity and change the blend mode to normal. Okay, move it here a little bit. I think it's okay. Now make sure the designs come beneath the bezier, so the bezier should be on top here. Move it a little bit up like this. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, so the customer added a motto: if it must be design, it must be bezier. So I decided to draw a rounded rectangle with a radius of about 210 is okay. Then I drew a rounded rectangle in white color. Okay, something like this is good. Or how do you say it? Let me transform it out just a little bit, just tiny little bit. Okay, now I type in if it must be done, it must be bezier. Okay, so I'll select it and scale it down. Move it into this and change the font to Acrobat. And the color, I use the color from the background. Okay, so Acrobat bold, and I'll scale it down more so that I can fit it perfectly into the rounded rectangle. Let me make the bezier caps so that it differentiates itself from the other text. I think I have to scale it down just a little bit. So just a little bit. Okay. How do you see it? If you have any idea how you could have done it, you can tell us in the comment section. Now let's come down. This shape we created below, I want to make the color white, but it doesn't look the same with this one, so I'll make this one's color white. Okay, so that it stands out a little bit. Now it's left with few things: the location and the contact. I'll just quickly write the location down here. Somewhere here is okay. So facing Aguna Swedro. That's where I also am. So if you are within this area and you need any design, you can contact me and I'll make a neat work for you. Okay, let me see if the semi-bold will work out fine. Perfect. So I'll move it to a right location, somewhere like this, and I would like to add the phone numbers as well. But before that, I want to introduce a button. Okay, I didn't leave this one in the resource. Let me get it somewhere on my computer quickly. My resources, where are they? Here. I have the score button. Yeah, this one. I want to use this one. Yes, so I'll quickly use the eraser tool to get rid of the background. Before that, I have to rasterize. Okay, then move it. Okay, then I'll move it down here and try to scale it down. Something like this. You should go a little further. Something like this. Okay, so finally I can add the phone numbers. So I'll select my text tool again. So first phone number, they gave me 2 phone numbers. Still using the Acrobat font. Okay, the Acrobat font is very neat, so I can use it for any work I want. 054. You see what we have got here. The text have come together, right? I have to select all this and make sure I come to the character panel. If you can't see it, you just click on this, it will come. Then come onto the spacing here, the line spacing, and increase it. Okay, so this is it. Let me scale it down. Now you see something here. The first number is a little bit longer than the last one, right? Or I didn't give out a space. Okay, so yeah, now it's okay. I wanted it to look the same. Let me try to space in it just a little bit, and that's okay. And increase the core button. It was too small. So you play around with the sizes, which one suits you, and what you choose it. So I think we are done with this design. We say design. This is exactly what we have in the thumbnail. Let's see. Let me place it alongside with the background creating. Don't worry, look at it in the future. But I think we've been able to create the same item in the thumbnail, and that's a plus. So I'll end here for today. If you've not subscribed yet, I hope you subscribe to this video and try to also share it as well. There are so many people out there who want to learn as you are learning, but have not got or seen this opportunity yet. So please share this video to go out there and let's support ourselves to push ourselves further. Thank you once again, and see you next time.